my name is Luck, and welcome to My Hero Academia review. So, last episode that dropped, the latest episode was episode 56. I believe it was called Rush. In this episode, it starts off with the other schools strategizing on how to get themselves to pass. Because basically everyone has put their efforts in trying to take out the UA, because everyone knows the UA is quick, so they think they'll be easy prey to pick on. This wasn't the case, so now they have to think of other strategies in order for them to get the pass. So now, because most of the other schools have wasted their stamina trying to take on the UA, this school in particular, this is the school with that lady, I believe her hero name is Joker. That school is going to try and take on the other school so that way they can pass. Then we move on to Bakugo, Kirishima, and Kaminari. Kaminari versus this one guy from that super elite school from the west side of Japan. Anyways, basically during this whole entire fight, this guy has a quirk called Meatball, and you can imagine what it does. It basically turns people into giant meatballs. They can't move, they can't do anything, and he can hold it for a good while as long as he's focus maintained on it. And with this quirk, he actually managed to hit Boku with it. But one thing that was really special was that Boku used AP shot, but he spread it out like bullets this time, which is really good. He said that he made it weaker so that way he could hit people, because AP shot, of course, AP stands for armor piercing. This is only to get through, I believe, thick buildings, steel, stuff like that, and literally armor. Like I said before, like there's the enemy with ultimate defense, it says don't worry, I'll get that. But when it comes to normal people, because remember, being heroes, as much as Bakugo says I'm gonna kill you, he can't kill you. That's not very hero-like. Yeah, but anyway, this guy, he ends up taking out Bakugo, but Bakugo gives something handy to Kaminari. And the other guy is basically underestimating Kaminari because Kaminari is a bit of an idiot, right? We can all agree on that. So, Kaminari has a new tool, which basically allows him to finally direct his lightning so that way he doesn't spread it out to everywhere. Which is really good, because if he wants to be a pro hero, he can't have his attack hitting civilians or his teammates, right? So all he has to do is shoot out the disc, right? And then he has to, basically, wherever the disc is, that's where his lightning is going to go. So basically he has to try and hit it on an enemy, or try and get it in place so that when an enemy gets over there, he can shoot them. And this ends up taking out the villain. Well, I said villain, my bad. This ends up taking out the other student. And then everyone passes because the student has taken out a lot of people, but he's never gotten them out. He never used his balls to make himself pass or get them out, because this whole ideology was to basically weed out all the bad heroes and make sure that only good heroes are going to pass, even if it means that he's not going to become a legal hero, right? So then later on, we move on to Midoriya's group. Midoriya basically told Gravity Girl and Sarah to come up with a plan so that way they could all pass, right, and get out there alive, because they're all being chased by the other schools. So basically what happens is that Gravity Girl basically attaches a bunch of rocks to Sarah's tape, and she makes them lighter so that way when the people are going to chase Midoriya's bait, right? When they're gonna go to chase Midoriya, she releases her gravity, and that's when all the rocks fall on them and they're gonna be caught by the tape as well. So that's how all of them pass. Later on, they meet up with Bakugo's group, and one scene I really liked was the alright dance. That was really funny, and then I really enjoyed that. But one thing that I really, really enjoyed was the fact that Bakugo acknowledged Midoriya. He said that Midoriya was finally making that power his own. He also said that Midoriya, of course you made it here, because basically he was saying you're strong. Of course you made it here, gonna make it here. Of course he still has that Bakugo attitude, called him bastard and everything, but he's still acknowledging Midoriya, which is something he would never do in the past, ever. Right? So I really, really like that part. Later on in the story, this is has to do with Ayama. Basically, Ayama is in the corner, just huddling to himself. He's just sitting there. He's not doing anything. Sorry. And later on, leader comes and he says, Ayama, let's go. We need a pass. I'm trying to make sure that everyone in class 1A passes, right? But Ayama, he doesn't really seem motivated. He wants to pass, but there's something stopping him from actually doing that. Right? He was basically telling Alita, you don't have to help me or anything like that. But Alita says, helping you is helping my dream. This is how I need to shape my dream. Which triggered something with Ayama as they're running away. Ayama has a flashback of back when he was a kid acting his parents. Why was he different from everyone else? At this point in time, I was confused because I was like, what do you mean different? In a world where people like Tokiyami could walk around and have a bird face, right? And that monster girl who looks like a monster, can walk around and people's like, yeah, you're human. What do you mean different? But later on, you get to figure out it's because of his navel laser. I assume it's because he couldn't control it, or maybe other kids thought it was too weird even for a quirk. Who knows? I don't. So, yeah, that triggers a memory. And basically, later on, Ayama stops and he starts shooting out his navel laser, right, to help Alita run away and pass. He said, basically, I'm a burden to you, so I'm going to do what I do best and stand out, so that way they could just focus on me and you could run away, right? But Alita's not trying to leave him. Again, Alita's here to make sure that everyone passes, right? But because of his beacon, right, basically the cavalry comes, the platoon. Koda comes in, summons a whole bunch of birds to come and circle the surrounding enemies, right? And this is where the remaining people from Class 1A come in to help, basically Anna and Lita, so that way everyone can pass. Invisible Girl, she uses the move, I believe, Warp Refraction. Warp Refraction, which is really cool because before I thought she was just invisible, right? I didn't think of her doing any attacking moves. I thought she was just a covert superhero, something like that. But she has attacks, right? And I really like that because I really opened my eyes. I hopefully it does for other viewers as well. Then later on, basically Monster Girl is telling Ayana, hey, this is all because of you. Because you shot up your naval laser up in the air, we were all able to meet up again, right? Because they're all split up. So basically Ayana just looking at all his friends, right? He's like, yeah, they're all here because of me. He gets back his confidence, he starts to fight again, and this is where everyone in Class 1A passes the exam. They all pass. Again, I don't know if this was going to be in different parts, like there's different parts of the exam, but if it's not, then everyone in Class A passed, which is really good, right? Because that means they're all certified heroes. They're all, they're at the bottom, but they could all legally work, right? So overall, I believe this episode was really great. I give it 10 out of 10. Alright, like always, because Boku no Hero is really good. I like it. I want to start reading the manga, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It's really different from other shonen anime. But I'm done here. So leave a like, subscribe, do whatever you want. Later.